I was just out there a few summers ago.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm adopted. Did I not tell you this?
My uncle lives in fucking it starts with a T.
I don't know much of Oregon. I was only in McMinnville and a little bit of
it's Tigard.
How did you get from Oregon to Pennsylvania?
Adoption, a plane. Bitch the fuck.
You know what? Okay, not what I meant. What I meant was, what was the journey that required you to go from
my
Oregon
mom was a high school teenage pregnancy, and my parents wanted to adopt kids because they couldn't have any of their own, and so they adopted me and my sister. So we went out there because we have friends that moved back to Washington State, and we stayed with them for a few days, and we also went out there to see where I was born because we had been to where my sister had been born, and I had never been able to go out there. And so while we're out there, we actually met the doctor who basically delivered me. Wild.
Oh, you told me about that.
Yeah, I did. I did tell you about this. I know I didn't think I was going crazy. Might have gone crazy a long time ago, but that's all right.
Oh, I'm crazy now. It's okay. Crazy. I was crazy once. Put me in a room.
Yeah. No, what's even crazier is how did you get here? An airplane, bitch.
I was crazy once. Put me in a room.
Okay, now put a tune to that and start singing that shit.
I would like him to ask that question to my cousin. I would like him to ask that question to my cousin who's adopted from Russia. So, how did you get here?
A fucking
Roman, ask that question to Michael.
A fucking
Next time I see him,
Michael,
I'll
how
ask
did
him
you
that.
get here?
Next time I see him, I'll ask him that.
No.
I'll be like,
It'd be funny because I bet you he's already asleep and he's not watching this.
No, yeah. So my sister and I are both adopted.
Oh, all right. Fair
and
enough.
I'm just the only one who's from the complete opposite side of the country. My sister's from Minnesota, so she's
in the middle. So your parents were like West Coast, middle, and we're East Coast.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
now they have a reason to go to all locations, which is kind of sick. Because now they're like, well, we have to explore the whole East Coast with you. But also like, oh, you're from the West Coast, honey, so we have to explore the West Coast. Also, you're from the Midwest, honey, so we have to explore the Midwest. That's kind of lit.
I mean, we've already been to like Arizona, we've been to Washington,
based
Oregon,
idea, parents. Yeah, based parents.
Jersey, Virginia, Florida, a lot.
That's the way you adopt, man. Adopt a kid from a place you want to go to. Fuck. Like,
well, I mean, it's not necessarily your choice. You don't really have a say in that. Like you can,
I know.
State you have a preference, but they just got lucky that we ended up being from like 2 different areas of the U.S.
Oh yeah, because American adoption is different than out of state or out of country adoption. Yeah. American adoption, it's just you just go through the government, right, and it just sends you to somebody basically.
Yeah.
Well,
so my parents lucked out with that. But
yeah, because my uncle and my aunt, my uncle, because my aunt and uncle are not like they didn't know each other when my cousin was adopted. Because my aunt basically. My first uncle, he died in an accident, and my aunt met my new uncle, and his wife died of cancer, and that's my cousin's mom and dad. So, blended family type of thing. But him and his first wife went to Russia, and they went there specifically to adopt a kid. So they adopted a little boy and brought him back. So he has no idea about any of that, like anything about Russia. He wants nothing to really do with it, to my knowledge. But he is dual citizen. He can go back there whenever the fuck he wants.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm technically a dual citizen with I think
the guy I dated before my current boyfriend was a dual citizen of Switzerland and the U.S. He turned out to be a nut job. He went into the psych ward 2 dates in.
Damn, what did you do to him?
No, it wasn't me. He had diagnosed depression and anxiety.
I'm kidding.
Oh no, it gets better. It gets so much better, Roland. It gets so much better.
I'm sure it does not.
I found 2 of his friends on Bumble, like when I first started on there, and I was like, "Hey, didn't even know you had this. Like, how have you been?" Because the one had always been nice to me.
He was like, "I'm crazy too, bitch."
No, I'm not even joking. He met his next girlfriend in the inpatient psych ward.
That's fucking wild.
And then he cheated on her emotionally and physically. So he tells his friends on the beach at 2 a.m. after getting an ultimatum from his girlfriend. Either you tell them or I'm leaving you. So dumbass chose, I'ma tell them. So dumbass goes to the beach. It's 2 a.m. He's drunk as fucking high as hell. And he goes, oh yeah, I cheated on her. Some shit like that. His one friend hands him something to hold in each hand and bitch slap the fuck out of him.
Bruh.
That's wild. That's gonna make me eat. You know what? That's gonna make me eat a piece of celery.
So now he has no friends, and he dropped out of Westchester. Bro is like,
careful with the locations, but yeah.
I mean, he's not anywhere near there now that I know of.
All right, good.
I love how
he did it because he was sad. He did it because he was sad, which is just him.
You know, all you have to say. You know, all you have to say. Whenever somebody gives anybody shit, you know what the best comeback is?
What?
You're gay. But you spell your W or not W, fucking UR. Because it just shows you give 0 fucks, and it's funny. And it pisses them off so much. People can send you like a message that, like, in reality, if you were to scroll, would be like the size of a literal scroll, like this big.
Oh, I get that.
If you just respond with "you're gay," it's just funny as fuck, especially if you spell it.
No,
wrong.
I also, if I get a text like that, I literally just will respond K. If I haven't chosen,
I don't do K. That's a woman thing. I don't do that shit.
No.
I just don't respond, or I say
might be part of the problem. Genuinely,
cool.
We hate when people do that. We genuinely do. If we're sending you a paragraph, it's because things have been building for a while, and we need to get it out, and we need you to know about it. There's probably so much information you learn in there.
I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about men. When it comes to women, I'm talking about people in general, friends, people that you talk to.
Like just be in general,
like a fucking coworker. I'm not talking about a relationship. Like in a relationship, obviously you have a conversation. When it comes to other things, though, you just go fuck off. I don't got time for you. So just saying you're gay is just fucking funny, and it's like it immediately de-escalates. Like, how are you gonna respond to that? Except for angry.
Didn't know I was near.
So either you're going to respond to it angrily or you're not going to respond to it at all. And if you don't respond to it, that's better for me. You're fucking annoying.
I didn't know I was near.
Listen, if you're not my girlfriend, I don't want a fucking message from you. Like you're acting like my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Because if you're not in a relationship and someone's like trying to start something.
Well, yeah, it's like if I don't want to talk to you, it's not that I don't want to talk to certain people. Okay, so like when Maddie sends me a Snapchat, Roman knows I don't fucking check Snapchat. You guys know I don't fucking check Snapchat. I'm gonna look at all of her Snapchats probably fucking tonight or tomorrow, and then I'm gonna respond.
3 days from now, probably.
Yeah, and I'm gonna respond with one and say, "Yo, what up, homie?" Like,
and
that's
it's probably just gonna be that, and then I won't hear from you for another 3 days. And that's just how it is.
So like when you're a fucking dude and you're like hitting me up like I'm your fucking boyfriend, like I'm gonna be like, fuck off. Like I'm
Yeah.
just not gonna respond. Like it's not gonna happen because like you're acting like I'm fucking dating you.
Oh yeah.
Like that shit's fucking annoying. Especially when have you guys ever like has anybody here ever had a and this works for girls too. Have you ever had a friend who then goes, "Oh, well, you didn't answer. You're not answering my texts."
Oh yeah,
Immediate fucking red flag.
yeah. I've had that
So
before.
I don't have to do shit for you, motherfucker.
here's the thing. This could be slightly different just because I'm really close with some of my girlfriends. If I don't hear from them for an extended period of time and I know they're going through a rough patch, I will blow their phone up just to make sure they're okay.
Completely different. I
But
100%
like, if
agree
it's
with
just
you.
a random ass day, hell no.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday, and you know
It's a
everything's
random
fine.
Wednesday. Fuck no. Fuck off.
You know they're working too.
See, if I know they're working, I'll just say like, "Hey, are you at work?"
No, yeah, but they don't answer, so then you continue to blow their phone up until they do.
Oh, my friend has FaceTimed me at work, and my response is always, "I'm at work," and she's like, "Bruh."
Yeah, but then after that, they still continue to text you to try and force you to hang out that night, even though you've worked.
That's
like,
what some of
maybe
my exes did.
6 to 7 hours, 8 hours.
That's
Exactly what I'm
some of my
saying. That's my exact point. It's like an insane ex is your friend. That's exactly what I'm fucking saying.
No,
Roland
like
and
not
I-
even like after we broke up. It was like while we were dating.
No,
Roland
that's what
and
I mean. No, that's what I mean. I'm saying, imagine if that was your friend.
Roland and I
think
had a
I'd
friend
strangle
like that.
somebody. You wouldn't even be seeing me right now. I'd be in jail for manslaughter and probably murder.
That's what
Roland and I
don't
had
go on
a
the
friend
phone.
like that. Roland and I had a friend like
Legitimately
like that.
we've had multiple friends like that.
That's true. We have, yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
where
fun.
it feels like you're fucking dating your friend. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
When does society decide to actually take the brain that they were given and fucking use it?
Well, if that were the case, we'd all be married by now with kids.
No.
Hot take maybe, but if everybody was
No.
using their brains, they would realize that, yeah, it makes sense to have kids when you're in your young 20s. Because if you have kids in your young 20s, you got fertile years later and you can go to college by the time the kids are 5. If you're the woman, the man can be making all the fucking money. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that all of us should be starting families a lot earlier because we are fucked as a society, culture, like the entire planet. Maddie, your take?
Yeah, I want to hear what Maddie has to say before I respond.
There's not enough families. That's my point.
Yeah, but when we were also using our brains, everything was a hell of a lot cheaper too. So college didn't cost a fucking arm and a leg.
Amen.
Well,
And
that
eggs
also
were not up
brings,
for presents!
here's the other thing. I don't even know what that just said.
Eggs didn't cost as much as they did. You could take $12 and feed your family for a month.
Well, exactly, but do you know why? Can I actually bring
the prices back down?
It's not inflation. It's not inflation, and there's actually statistics you can look up upon this.
What
and
is
a
it?
lot
Us
of
paying off England's debts?
No, it's gonna actually be something a lot more interesting than that. No, it has to do with our debts. It has to do with our war debts and things like that. But do you know the major reason why we've had so much inflation is that there's 50% more people that have been added into the workforce. Now, This is actually Roman. You can say, I'm not against this. I'm just telling you factually why this is that.
But
it was a huge push. Hold on. There was a major push. There was a major push in the 60s.
Let everyone finish, Maddie.
For all women to get jobs. That major push for all women to get jobs, which is fine. I have no problem with women having jobs. But that major push is what affected the economy. Now, once you add 50% into the workforce and you have that much more people in the workforce, the economy is going to change regardless. That's why we're where we're at. And we're not producing enough people. Now, here's the other problem is the propaganda that is fuck all men. Like, I don't need no man. Like, tell me how much you see that, Maddie. You know, you don't believe it, but you know you see it. You know you got friends that are going, fuck
I can see both sides of that.
But you don't have to see both sides. I understand you.
No, I can though, because I actually do have trauma from a man.
No, I get that. That's what I'm saying.
Boundaries into consideration.
I get that. What I'm saying is this is statistical.
So I can understand why some women say fuck all men, because
they probably
have trauma along the same lines.
100%.
However, if we want to go back to what you're proposing, not only would men statistically have to be financially stable entirely, they would also need to probably go back to behaving the way they used to back then.
For sure.
Which means the tomfoolery and the jackassery would need to stop.
Yeah. What am I proposing, though? Did you say what I'm proposing? What do you think I'm proposing?
No, like what you're explaining.
So what I am proposing, right, is I would like men to be more chastised the same way I would like women to be more chastised. I would like us both to not be so promiscuous. I'm not promiscuous. Roman's not promiscuous. You're not promiscuous. I think we could all agree that it is more beneficial for us to not be promiscuous. I think it's more beneficial to date for marriage. I think that all of that makes sense. I'm 100% for that. And I think it's beneficial to, right now, 80% of divorces are official or started by women. So, and normally it's because there is this weird social economic thing going on right now where women all think they're 10s. You're not. Most of you are average. I think I'm a 5. Roman thinks he's a 5 or 6. Realistically, I know Maddie's not going to fucking rate herself.
I don't give a shit.
Exactly my fucking point, because she's based.
I don't care.
But here's the thing. The problem is when that happens, when you have these women that, nothing from nothing, men too, but people that look like you and I, Maddie, right? We're average, right? Average people.
Yeah.
We can doll ourselves up, but we're average people, right?
Yeah.
However, I don't look like a fucking movie star, and neither do you. So, but there's girls on the street, and I'm sure you know some that will say, I'm a 10. But then they're going for the 10s. So that way, when it ends up that they actually end up in a relationship with somebody that is actually at their level, they feel like they're settling. Then they end up eventually divorcing said person. And that has happened the most times for divorce is irreconcilable differences. It's not abuse. It's not anything else. It's irreconcilable differences. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with anything else. It is always that.
Yeah.
Roman?
Okay. So first of all, Roland, to just respectfully correct you, 61% of divorces are started by women. That is the first point. Secondly, what was your source?
Yo!
Ronnie's engaged. All right. Maybe that's
Let's
why you send me videos.
go!
Congratulations,
Good
Rolo.
shit!
So that means there's hope for you two.
Oh, there's hope. There's hope. I have a
Yeah,
date.
maybe.
I have a date coming up, but nobody has to know about that.
Do you actually?
I do actually.
Were you gonna tell me that?
Oh, wait.
Were you gonna tell me that?
Yeah. I might have a date on the end of April. We'll see.
Hey.
That's
Um,
great.
If she's
Okay.
available. If she's available, then yes. And we're gonna go for a hike and get some food.
That's
Okay,
gonna be
so-
nice.
Roland, you said, and I'm just
You know Roman, you know who it is.
yeah.
What?
So I'm
Yes.
I'm
I'll
trying to
put it-
correctly quote you.
I can't even put it in the private chat because it's really secret. Maddie, I'll text you.
Yeah,
not-
do that. Wait, that's wild.
I'm trying
Wait.
to correctly quote you here. So
I'm excited.
I'm sorry,
So-
Roman. This is more important. There's tea.
I am. I'm excited.
There's so much tea. I'm excited
Yeah.
specifically for that. Roman's done with us.
okay. Roland, you said, and correct me if I'm incorrect here, that you had sources that statistically proved that an increase in the workforce was what caused inflation. So my question is, what are your sources? Because the reason that I bring that up is that the Bureau of Labor statistics says that it's supply and demand. The
Is that
Federal Reserve
Is that recent?
2024.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Well,
when women were added into the workforce. Insane amounts. Talking about
When did that
feminism.
happen?
Yeah, so there is a book by Rachel Wilson called Occult Feminism. I have not read it. I have read excerpts from said book. I have then therefore looked up those sources. I don't remember off the top of my head what those sources are. I'm sorry about that, and I'm sorry to the internet, and I'm sorry to Chad for that. However, if you actually look up these sources and look up the reason why there's these deficits and things like that, you will find out that it has to do partially with the fact that a fuck ton of people were just all of a sudden added into the workforce. I mean, by mathematical, just mathematically, that would just happen. It doesn't matter.
You're talking
It doesn't
about
matter
the 70s.
No, it
If you're
doesn't
talking about
matter
the
if it's
70s,
or it's now. It's still now. And that deficit is still continuing because guess what else we're adding into the workforce, Roman? Illegal people. That's why we're fucking spending so much money on everything. Like, there's a lot of this shit goes into it. You laugh, but like, you want illegal people here? Really? You're totally fine with people breaking the law. You're completely okay with that. So, like,
Homie,
if you went to Japan,
homie.
hold on, let me finish. Let me finish, Roman. Let me finish. If you went to Japan, would you be angry at Japan kicking you out after 2 months when you said, I'm only going to be here 2 months, and their policy was you're going to be here 2 months? You'd be angry at Japan for kicking you out? Because that's what they do. Canada does that.
Probably not.
Mexico does that. Mexico does that. That's what America's doing.
I'd be fine.
How
if they
many
went
illegal
through the
immigrants
legal channels and
are-
did this properly?
Roland,
Right.
how many illegal immigrants are
it's
in the
actually
workforce?
fairly simple to do it. It's fairly simple to do it. A lot of my customers
properly
are
and following the rules, I'd have no problem with it. And like generally I don't, because a lot of these people have that are like living here.
Yeah, I don't
But
care
there
if you're
are
here
the
and you're not
people
hurting
that
anybody.
aren't.
I don't care if you're illegally here and you're not hurting anybody, you're still breaking the law. It doesn't matter. You're hurting people inadvertently. And
Dog.
don't let me finish now. Like, I'll let you talk in a
You've
second.
been talking, Doug.
Uh,
Okay, go.
Yeah, but you literally just told Maddie to let me finish. So let me finish. You are inadvertently affecting people. And listen, I've had friends who have come here. My cousin is an immigrant, an adopted immigrant. He went through this shit. He had to go to court. He had to go to court, like state court and almost to governmental court in order to make sure that he was legal. That's fine. But he did. And he is. And he works his ass off. All the people that I worked with was doing, hold on, all the people that I worked with when I did restoration, and all the people that I worked with when I worked in a kitchen, and all the people that I worked with when I worked where I'm working now, and all my customers, they're all legal. And guess what? And Roman, our friend who owns a Mexican restaurant, what will he tell you? They should get their fucking paperwork done.
Okay. So, the US, according to the GOP House Budget Committee from 2024, the US spends $1.2 trillion a year on the military, 4.9 trillion on a healthcare system that doesn't work. We spend $100 billion on immigrants.
You say it doesn't work, but it's still one of the best ones in the world.
It doesn't work. We spend
name one that does.
There are countries who give maternity ward arrangements for free.
Okay. So, firstly, I wasn't finished, brother. So please let me finish. We spend 89% of our budget goes to these things. And then, do you know how much of our budget we spend on immigrants? 0.9%. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Because they come here and work. No, because they come here and work. I'm not talking about any money being spent on them. I'm talking about them taking money when they're illegal.
How many immigrants are eligible for healthcare, Social Security, SNAP, and Medicare?
Pretty much every single one who's legal.
How many illegals are eligible?
None, because they're illegal. None, because they're illegal.
Okay, so then how are they?
It's illegal. It is breaking the law, Roman. If I'm smoking a joint in Pennsylvania, that is illegal.
Let me finish. You said that
none of them are legal, so it is illegal. They're not going to get any benefits from America because
let me finish.
They're illegal.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me go. Let me finish. Let me go. Let me go.
It's all good.
You said that money gets spent on them. But if they're illegal and you just said yourself that money can't be spent on them, then how is that possible? Your argument is falling apart.
Money, Roman, no, it isn't, because I've worked in restoration, and you know what? I've also worked in all types of construction and things like that. And anybody in that field can tell you right now they hire illegal people because they'll take $20 for a fucking hour.
Okay.
Cash right there. Trust me. We hire illegals. Okay. Those are jobs that American people can have. Now, guess what? The Guatemalans, they're fucking awesome. I love them. I would hate to see them deported because I loved working with them. But they also told me all of them were illegal. Those could all have been jobs for Americans. That's the point. That's the money being taken. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, if all of those men, all they had to do was do some paperwork. That's it. They just didn't do it. Now it's a little bit more than that. You got to learn English. You got to know the American history. You got to know all these things. We learned about this in school, about how to become a nationalized citizen. But however, if you care that much, if you're here, just fucking do it. It takes you less than a year to do. Just do the work. It's that simple. It's like, so do you understand where I'm coming from now, that it doesn't make any fucking sense why you're not doing it? Gael fucking did it.
I guess, but
ask him. Ask our friend Gael how he feels about it, because he'll fucking tell you.
The Center for
Arthi from Sri Lanka will tell you.
The Center for Migration Studies says that it's only about 2% of our total workforce. So we're getting all bent out of shape and all up in arms about 2% of the workforce. 2% of the workforce.
Documented.
No, illegals. 2% of the workforce.
Yes. Documented workforce. 2% of the documented workforce.
No, the workforce.
No,
the
workforce. Roman, that is what is documented. I'm telling you, as somebody who's worked in construction and things like that, they don't put the people that they pick up off the street. That's why Home Depot that's why they make the memes about Home Depot in South Park having a ton of Mexicans in front of it. They literally do that. That's not a joke. They literally stand there and people drive up and go, "You want a job? Cool." They don't put them on the books. They don't do anything else. Because they're cheap and easy labor. It's exactly why they do it.
Okay, well,
so that's not documented. I'm telling you, there is undocumented work. Like, that is the entire point. I'm not against people immigrating to America. I fucking want more immigrants in America, because right now, I'll tell you one thing, the American population fucking sucks. We're all retarded. So let's intermingle some more and get some better people in here. But realistically, why do you think there's passport bros? People are leaving because girls in America, luckily for Maddie, she's normal. There's not a lot of girls
bros are just
normal.
Define
passport bros
normal.
are just a bunch of retards, bro.
I define normal as you're traditional and you would like to have an actual family. You want the white picket fence with a husband and everything else, and you don't hate men.
Does that include all the crazy that comes with that?
Well, that's just women, so yeah.
Bitch!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Roland, let me ask you a question then.
I knew that would make you laugh.
Let me ask you.
You said the F-bomb, and I went, oh, hell
no. So have you heard about the H-1B visa situation?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So my question to you is, what, and this is, you can answer this in any way that you would like to. Why haven't people that I would consider to be on your side of the aisle rejected that? They're just letting it slide. It's just okay with them. But ironically, the left is calling that out. Why are people on your side of the aisle not?
How are the left calling it out? Because I see a lot of people on the right calling it out. So how are people on the left calling it out?
Who?
Show me on the left who's calling it out first. No, I asked you the question first. Who on the left is calling it out?
I asked you the question first. Actually, I asked you the question first.
Oh my God, you two are children. Both of you show the other. I don't give a damn. No. Don't you dare start with me.
Roman, he asked me, why do I think this way? My response to that question is, immediately, I've never seen a single person on the left call this out. Who on the left is calling this out? Because then I'll respond. Because I've
agree
also
with
seen,
Pilgrim. I agree with Pilgrim. Both of you need to show it. Roman, you
I've
first.
seen.
I mean,
No, I've seen a lot of people on the right calling out H-1B visas, but like, I don't give a fuck about visas. That's not the fucking point of the argument. That is a fallacy argument.
Because no,
Yeah, because why? Why?
Because because Megyn Kelly asked the
Megyn Kelly.
president.
What does Megyn Kelly control?
Hey, I'm gonna mute
Let him
you.
talk.
Let me finish, okay? Megyn Kelly was interviewing the president, and the president said, and I quote, "Americans don't have any talent. We have to bring in people that are on H-1B visas." He said that himself. She asked him, she asked him, "Wouldn't you rather Americans have jobs?" He said, "We don't have talent." Why is that okay?
Okay.
Why is that okay?
I will answer to you why this is okay.
Okay, Roland, before you do that, where is your proof? He has given you his proof. Where is your proof now?
My proof of what?
You had asked him for proof that people on the left were calling things out. Where is your proof of what he asked you?
I already stated I don't have exact quotes. I'm just telling you that I'm seeing it through like people that are speaking. Not Joe himself, but some people that have been on Joe Rogan. I've seen clips of them talking about it. I've seen people, not Brian himself, but people on the whatever podcast that have mentioned it. Some conservative pundits. I've seen people such as Charlie Kirk before his unfortunate passing talk about it. I've seen all of these things. I've also seen it on the news because my parents watch the nightly news every day, and I come home from work and I end up usually watching it with them. So I don't have any exact names or exact quotations because I'm not in the political sphere the way that Roman is. But what I can say is I'm in it enough that I know that this is not one-sided and that there is people on one side who also have pushed back against the H-1B visas. And same thing, Joe Rogan himself has, and I wouldn't call Joe Rogan conservative. Most people do, and he doesn't call himself conservative, and I wouldn't either.
Okay. Oh.
What the fuck? I slayed Roman. That response, did I kill him with my response? What the fuck happened? I slayed Roman. He's like, it was like as soon as I finished talking, he was like, "I'm done."
He just dipped. He's like, "Bruh, give the fuck up." Bro really said, "I'm
what
done."
I was trying to get at was like, there's a lot of shit on the left I'm seeing there. Like, he's back. He's back. I'll let him bring us back in.
Okay.
Okay. So as you were saying.
Okay. So basically what I was trying to ask you was that because what I've heard for years from people on the right is that Americans should get American jobs. But the problem is that people like, like some like, prominent influencer, well, they're not really prominent, but like Laura Loomer, Benny Johnson, the Hodge twins, people that are on the right.
Benny Johnson's they pretty actually solid.
Hold on. Let me go, bro, please.
No, I got you. I got you. I was
Roland, let him finish.
The point that I'm making is that people that are on the right that claimed that they wanted Americans to have American jobs, defended Trump's H-1B visa comment and slopped on his knob saying that he was 100% right. I have not seen a prominent right-wing person who is fully on the right, because Rogan's like a moderate. I'm talking like fully on the right. Call him out for that. Not one.
I'm not on the right, though.
Not.
You said people that agree with me. I'm not on the right. That was your original argument. You said people from my side of the aisle. My side of the aisle is not conservative, or not hardcore right. I'm moderately conservative.
Lean right.
Yeah, okay. I lean right, but I'm not on the right.
Okay, so people that are next to you then, people that are
not really.
near
I'm
your sphere.
Like no, I'm more like Joe Rogan or Dave Landau or Gary from Nerdrotic, or those people that are just kind of like, or Critical Drinker. I'm like Drinker. Keep your trans shit out of my Star Wars.
Listen, dog. I don't think that Gary's a moderate. That's all that I'll say. He can roll how he wants to, but
okay. How often do you watch Nerdrotic?
I've been watching pretty recently, and whenever politics comes up, he slobs Trump's knob, bro. Pretty hard.
No, he doesn't.
When the Epstein shit came out,
I've been watching Gary for many years. No, he doesn't. And I bet you there's gonna be people in chat that can corroborate this. He does not do that. Now, will he say? And you know what? The only times I've ever seen him actually be like, yeah, that's great. All this other stuff is when other people are doing so. Now, Jeremy, for sure, but Jeremy's still a great guy. I don't care. But Jeremy.
Well, the point that I'm making is the point that I'm making is.
Marcel. That's what I'm saying. Like, even Marcel's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, my main point of evidence with that one is, when all the Epstein shit came out, he basically said that you can take with a grain of salt all of the stuff that came out about Trump, but you can but you can believe everything that came out about all of the Democrats.
That's not what he said, but that's not what he said. But also, you just said you've been watching him consistently. Yeah. Now you're telling me you're talking about that. So have you been watching?
Well, that was my main point of argument.
No. Hold on. Have you been watching him? Did you watch Friday Night Tights last week?
Not last week, but
Did you watch it the week
to tune
before?
in like every other week.
No, hold on. Did you watch it the week before? Did you watch Nerdrotic Daily?
I only watched Friday Night Tights.
Did you watch Nerdrotic? Did you watch Nerdrotic at night?
I watched the Nooners, and then I watched FNT. That's
so you watched the Nooner and FNT, but you haven't seen the Daily or Nerdrotic at night, or okay. So like, you can't make this assumption, then, my friend. You can't. I watch all of these shows. I can tell you, he's me, dude. Okay. He's where I'm at. I can tell you that as somebody who
you're also willing to.
So is Gary.
You're also willing to call out the BS, though.
So is Gary. So is Gary. I watch him on all of his shows. Yes, so is Gary.
Did he call out the
He calls Jeremy out on. He calls Jeremy out. Yes, 100%.
Did he call out the H-1B visa stuff? Did he?
Yes. You need to watch Forbidden Frontier. Forbidden Frontier is what inspired us to do Monday Night Mayhem. Yes.
I will get you the receipts and prove it to you next week that he did not call him out on that. I guarantee.
How many shows you can watch? No, you have more important homework to do, motherfucker. You got shit you gotta watch for fictionology.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got love is war. No, but the overall point that I'm making here is that people that are in the political sphere, most, if not like 95% of them.
Gary's not in the political sphere, though. Roman. If you talk
politics, then you are in the political sphere, bro.
Yes,
if you talk politics, then you are in the political
sphere. Here's the thing. By proxy, if you talk about Hollywood and pop culture, you necessarily have to talk about politics because politics greatly affects pop culture. So you necessarily have to talk about those two things.
And you better come correct.
So would you call Critical Drinker a fucking hard... Critical Drinker is not hard, right?
I didn't say what he is or isn't. I'm saying that I need...
like Star Wars Theory...
I need these people to come correct.
Like Star Wars Theory is pretty fucking...
people to come correct. I need these people to come correct. Is all that I'm saying. That's all.
In Gary has, you can double check everything.
I want to respond to this because I don't know what files that you were reading, but the ones from the DOJ proved otherwise. Just saying. And Roland called him a humanitarian. He's not. He murdered babies.
I didn't call
everybody
him.
Loves this guy.
Well, hey, never called him a humanitarian. I said he's done humanitarian things. Never said he was a humanitarian.
So murdering babies is a humanitarian thing?
No. I said he's done humanitarian things. Never said he was a humanitarian.
How did those two correlate?
I guess the question that I'm asking, bro. The question that I
said it about something else entirely, Maddie. he's obfuscating right now.
I'm not obfuscating because this all is going to wrap around. Because if you're going to talk politics, then you have to do your absolute best to make sure that you are giving your audience the best possible information that you can absolutely give them. And you cannot let your own personal political biases get in the way of that. When I do my show, I call out Democrats.
I don't think that talking about Gary having a conversation is political. Dude, I don't see that as political. Just because where I'm saying to you, he's not being political, and you're saying to me, he's being political, does not make it a political conversation.
It just makes it a debate.
It just makes it exactly. Here's the problem that people are running into these days is that as soon as you start debating and you bring up anything political, people start to just believe this is a political debate now.
Not necessarily. Politics and debates can exist.
What up, bro?
Coexist. They don't necessarily mean they are intertwined.
Exactly, Maddie. Exactly. Rolando.
Hello. I'm making, bro. If you are going to talk politics, if politics comes up in any sphere, because I don't buy into the BS that people say that when it comes to politics, that people are apolitical. Everyone has views. So if it comes up, you have to be absolutely certain that what you're saying is, to the best of your knowledge, absolutely true, which is why when I made my video on Gary, I said sorry because I was incorrect. So the point that I'm making is that you have to be correct. You have to absolutely be factually accurate.
What is your accusation of me?
My biggest problem with you, Roland, is that you've said for years that you do not agree with Trump on like 90% of things. But yet, whenever politics comes up, you always take his side of things.
Did I say it last year or 2 years ago?
You've been pretty much on his side with like every issue.
The did not sound
Yeah.
good.
No, did I say 2 or 3 years ago that I was 90% like a year after we started the podcast, was I still saying that I disagree with 90% of this shit? By Biden's last year and a half, 2 years, did I say I didn't?
You've been pretty consistent. You've been pretty consistent since we went live on YouTube that you
And
disagree with
then
about 90% of the things that he says
and then
does.
now what have I been saying? What have I been saying is for the past 2 years, what I've been saying is I agree with a lot of what he's doing. I changed it. I agree with a lot of what he's doing, but I also disagree with a lot of what he's doing. So for the past 2 years,
my question,
2.5
sorry.
I have not said that I 100% agree on anything.
Fair, but then how come when we have our spirited talks, you always take his side?
Because I agree with not 90, but fuck, I say 90 because that's just what everybody says. I agree with like fucking 65% of what he does.
So,
because I agree with him, I agree with the Democrats right now. That's why I'm still a registered Democrat. Well, does that just break the fucking argument right there? Like,
what recent policies?
What recent policies do I agree with?
What recent policies that he's passed have you liked?
I don't know if I can talk about them on YouTube.
Let's not. Just in case.
I was gonna say I don't think YouTube would be okay with it.
Did you guys hear my question?
No, it's nothing crazy. It's just like it has to do with like guns and like planes and boats and tanks and all that.
Yeah, that's a different conversation for another time. Maybe not on YouTube.
No, I don't even think it is for another time. It's not for any time except for Discord. YouTube
yeah.
won't
We can't do
Rolando knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. On the economic scale, Roland, what are some things that he's passed that you liked?
On the economic scale, what are some things that he's passed you liked?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you a damn thing.
There is one thing that he did where he did put a bill that would lower the price of much more cheaper I think medical drugs or pharmaceuticals that were lower priced in other countries that were more socialist policies. Yeah, he passed that.
That is a thing. That affected my dad. Yeah, that actually is a thing there.
And then what happened was it got lower in here in the United States, but in those countries they raised the prices, which means something was subsidizing the prices for theirs to be low once they were getting them. But now that we forced them over here to give us the low prices too, they raised them up for the other socialist countries.
So I'll recognize myself as a political novice. However, I do have a lot of political prowess because I've spoken to like people such as our state representatives and like our governor and things like that. I've met and I've been friends with, and because of that reason, I'm in that field. I have those connections. I talk to those people. Whatever. You do also have to realize that my main thing right now is writing my book in history and environmental science. So when you say what are Trump's policies that he put in place, I don't fucking know off the top of my head. That's some shit I'd have to look into.
The reason that I brought that up is because you said that you like 65% of what he has been doing, and so policy is important in
Yeah.
clarifying that in clarifying that statement.
And so far, really not all too much has gone different than what it already was. For me, at least. It's been our family's still struggling money wise. Other than the war, it feels pretty much the same, does it not?
Well, I can't speak for Rolando or Maddie, but my life did get worse, at least in terms of like economics. I'm not gonna air out all of my dirty laundry here, but been having a lot of financial issues recently. So, and now listen, to be
You
fair,
better watch yourself, dude. I'm gonna start a fucking GoFundMe for you, motherfucker, even though you told me I'm not allowed to do it.
Shit.
Yeah, you need
You
actual
told me I'm
help,
not
you should
allowed to
ask
do it.
help.
I'm gonna fucking do it.
I did my due diligence, and I made Roland a promise on episode 106 when it it was right before Trump was going to get sworn in for his second term. Roland made me promise him that I would give him a full year. I've given him a year and 4 months, and just speaking for me, I can't speak for everyone else. So far, my life has gotten infinitely worse. So I'm done.
Just say one
It's
way
back
that
on
it did
the.
get
It's
worse.
back
One way if you can.
financially.
Okay, but like
Financially.
what, like
Um.
gas?
I okay. Gas. I lost my health care. My mother did. My brother did. So yeah, not fun.
The healthcare
And that was
with
because, well, when the subsidies for the ACA got cut, we lost it. So,
what was the reason for doing it? The Trump administration.
well, apparently there's some sort of a healthcare bill that is supposed to be being passed that is going to make up for that. But the problem is, you're only eligible to enroll once you hit or like say that all four of us made 95K a year, then we would be eligible for it. None of us make that. So that wouldn't help anyone. So Trump Care is going to be for the people that make more money than all four of us here on this panel. And so I see so many people suffering, and the part that bothers the hell out of me is that there are people that are so gun-ho when all I see in the world is just people suffering all the time. All the time. And all I see online is Trump 2028. Trump 2028. Bro, no. End the sickness. I'm not laughing. I'm not kidding. End the sickness for the love of God. I don't care if you're a conservative. I don't care. But end the sickness, bro. Seriously. I mean it genuinely. If you're still with him at this point, you are in a cult. I don't care what anybody says. You are in a cult. That is just my own point of view. I have no factual evidence for
I
that.
disagree.
Well, good
I
job
think
saying that
Roman, we
opinion
have
with
a
no
lot of
evidence.
hold on, Rolando, 1 second. We have a lot of friends that are all Trump supporters. I don't think any of
Yeah.
them feel like they're in a cult. I think that every single person can look at certain things and say that's wrong, the same way that I've done. So I don't.
When you're
You
in a
can't
cult, you don't
see
acknowledge that you're in one.
Roman. Hold on. You're not witnessing the damage. You have to witness the damage of what you're saying. What you are doing is vilifying. You cannot vilify people. What you're saying by you, all of you, that's vilification. When you vilify people, let me finish.
Sorry.
When you vilify people, that's the reason that Charlie Kirk's fucking dead. We have friends that voted for Trump who are gung-ho about Trump, and you don't feel any type of way about them, do you? I don't think so. So do not vilify.
It bothers me when people that are within his ilk defended the picture that he posted of him as Jesus Christ.
Sure.
That's
I thought that was uncouth.
He did what now?
Yeah, he had.
I thought that was extremely uncouth and
it was
very.
Yeah, you know, it's
Oh,
him doing
no,
it. It is
no.
a staffer. It is a staffer, and his excuse was,
it was not him.
I thought it was a doctor, which is no. It looks like Jesus Christ, and even from the original, they changed one of the soldiers that was flying up above
to a demon,
like horns. I don't know about demon. Does it look like what demon did it look like? I don't know about that. It looked really strange.
It's the demon. It's the demon Antonio.
Antonio.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't know if that's true, but I don't know why they did that. But I remember there are some people saying it's a meme. What does it matter? But it is like criticize him. He shouldn't have taken it down too. He should have kept it up to like get fucking felted for that dumb shit. Because it is
fair
dumb.
enough.
It is just dumb where he's not healing people. It is a fucking long ass process because the whole healthcare system is just messed up. I mean, most of the time you can. I mean, I remember one person that does say like they know a bunch of people that get the medical care, but they just don't even pay any of the bills. And it's like what are they gonna do?
Sorry.
You know, like what are they gonna do? You can get the medical care,
yeah,
and at the very least, like there's a bunch of people in the community of like G&G that want to pay it off, and they ask for like some help with that stuff. Like that's what my family has done. They would sell food, sell stuff, do fundraisers and stuff. Whenever it came to like my dad, who had a really bad fucking thing that happened to him medically, we fundraised money because that's just how it is. Because the companies set the price. Even with like healthcare, if we have healthcare, they're still setting those high prices, and that's why the healthcare doesn't even work anyway. Even if it's even with the socialist system, they're gonna set the fucking price really high, and there's gonna be very minimal fucking resources, even because
Squash was legal
resources, anyways. It's a whole bunch of problems, and it's just he has been promising. He made the companies set the prices down, but then it raised it somewhere else in other countries, which means who's like setting up those prices, like who's subsidizing it for them to have had the lower prices.
Okay, so I actually want to respectfully give just a slight bit of a correction to you. So the prices were set to drop anyway. He just signed off on it. Biden actually passed it in the last 2 months of his term. So that was not Trump. One.
Well, that's good two, because at the very least, the last time. But do you think if Trump, because Trump tried to do that the last term, had stuff going in, and then Biden took those out.
Yeah,
because he wanted to take credit for it instead.
Sure. I mean, every single president. Every single president.
Yo,
yeah, but
Pythons, I'm sending you the link right now.
But the point that I'm making though is that what really like aggravated me, and this is coming from Roman speaking as a Catholic here, is that I saw so many Catholics defending what Trump did. And they were like, that's not a picture of Jesus. I was like, yeah, that robes, literally is the color of the robes. A picture of...
Yeah, the robes are like the colors most commonly done with like Jesus.
That's
It's
literally
not.
a picture of Jesus that they put Trump's face over.
Yeah, but
And
like the thing is,
yeah,
that's not his official account. It is someone he has, a staffer that he has posting it. So the guy might
it
have thought it was so cool to do that. It wasn't. It was a fucking dumb move.
even yeah, but then he doubled down on it and recently posted a picture of him with Jesus, like
Embracing
with his
him,
hand on his shoulder.
That
Like
doesn't
embracing
mean
him.
you
You mean?
put your face over
Yeah,
Jesus's.
yeah. But at the very least, that
yeah,
makes more sense since he did dodge a freaking bullet that would have blown out the back of his head.
the point that I'm
Another
making
JFK
is
moment.
that
What's up, man?
the
You said
sorry,
bullet
Mighty,
blown
what?
out the back of his head. I said another JFK moment.
Oh yeah, you remember
Well,
the first?
Trump
The
almost
first.
got killed.
Yeah, yeah.
The point that I'm making is that the reason that I feel the way that I feel is because I feel like, and now granted I've felt this anger since I've been about 16 or 17. um I just feel like the country is like falling apart, and you have two sides of the aisle. You have um you have the liberals who claim to be anti-Trump but don't want to fix any of the problems that actually created him and
Whoa,
allowed
whoa,
him
whoa!
to be.
Hold on. Did you say the liberals that are anti-Trump?
Yeah,
What? What?
I'm saying that there are two sides that really
But
like. What did I say that was out of?
Sean's God, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
What did I say that was what did I say that was that you're not comprehending there, bro?
The liberals.
Yeah.
I guess yeah,
That
because
part.
more classical liberals are against like what the Democrats are doing, which is just a bunch of dumb stuff that's kind of tearing apart and destroying the
Oh,
country.
classical
Which
liberals. Yes.
yeah, classical liberals, and really the policies that are going on right now with the Democrats, like they're letting go of criminals. They're just letting immigrants run. If violent immigrants run rampant, those are the most ones that are the biggest problem. They mess it
I'm trying
all
to
up
get.
for the other ones that try to come in legally. Because some people are just saying to stop immigration for like an addendum for like 10, 20 years to like
Yeah.
just get
Yeah. No,
the
I
ones
see
out
that. I
before
see
more
that.
come in. That's getting messed up because of those policies that just letting them through just because they say they're asking for asylum even though there's no proof of it. They have information of their crimes that they've done in other countries, and uh, what's happening now with like the rules that have that Biden had allowed to happen, it's creating something worse to Trump.
Not Joe.
It's
Oh.
something worse. Something worse is gonna happen if we don't stop like those policies that are like going on right now. It's very hard to stop because that's why it almost seems like people he's not stopping it because it's almost like a landslide coming down from the
I don't
years of
disagree
all
with
the bad stuff that the United States government has done with all the operations in other countries. It's all like coming down on us on the 250th year of this country because like that's about the average of most empires.
Yeah, 300.
Oh yeah, 250 is a big celebration.
Yeah,
But
250 to 325, I believe, is the
it's just
average.
all falling down. It's all like a snowball effect that's happening because of the past
Yeah.
transgressions and sins of like past like presidents and
Yeah.
laws.
Oh, it's 100%.
Um,
Also, real quick,
um,
if anybody wants to talk about reptiles or dinosaurs, jackpot pythons, you better join.
you also can pop into the Discord too. I will link it in the description. But so here's the thing, Rolando. Ever since January, New York's had the lowest crime rate that it's had since the 1890s.
But don't bullshit me,
What do
bro.
you
Do not
What the
bullshit.
fuck
No.
are you
The cops
talking
have already
about?
said they have less funding, and they've already. And Mamdani said he's gonna give him less funding.
What the
The
fuck
cops are
you-
pretty like angry. That's
Roman.
the union crying.
Roman,
No,
are
you
you
need to
talking
bullshit
about
like that.
statistically? Because statistically, sure. Because there was like 20
they can-
fucking people in New York in 1890. So, like, there was like 20 people. Of course, they have less crime rates. It was Jim down the street, the drunk retard who stole from people. That was like 10% of their crime. So, what the fuck? Like,
Wasn't it just last year that there was one guy who had attacked multiple women by smacking their ass or just
Yes.
punching them in the face? One dude
Yes.
that did it to multiple women that
yes.
was like being across like 5 other freaking videos of these
Yeah,
women
what are you
crossing the
talking about?
That was
Literally,
that was
last
that
year.
was
No, pull it up. I want to see what you're reading.
Like, bro, and you know, to skew the stats, they can just say not report stuff. You know that, right?
No fucking shot. Never mind, Roman, take that down. We got something more important. We got a jackpot python.
oh hey.
Oh,
I'm drilling in my wall, so continue whatever
there's
the
a
hell
new
you're doing.
person.
I'm
I have
drilling
not
in my
talked to
wall.
Sean in a while.
Like,
My-
bro,
That's
I'll tell you-
wild. Wait, I want to watch this.
I tell you this now, man. I would have to say, like, they're gonna skew numbers to make themselves look good. I do
fucking
not
love you,
believe
Sean.
at
You're
all.
awesome.
Like, what I would say is you need to
Oh,
look
come
up
on,
actual
Mike.
videos of New Yorkers and ask them.
Wait, this is fascinating.
Like, don't look
I
at
like
papers.
this.
Look at videos and see if recent videos about asking people in New York
You guys see
Would
my
you
butt?
trust
how it is.
would you trust
Wait,
a
this is
PDF?
What?
Would you trust a PDF from the NYPD that says it?
Wait, what? Would you trust a
mean
PDF from the
the-
NYPD?
What the
The
fuck?
Yeah.
NYPD that is underfunded
Wait.
and is probably trying to say that they're the
Don't
crime is
obfuscate.
down.
Yes.
crime is
yes
down.
or
Just
no.
so they can look
Yes
better, even
or
though
no?
they're probably like not having like very good funding. Literally, Mom Donnie says he wants to not help celebrate the 250th year of the country, and he wants to put more funding towards FIFA, the what was it called, the World Cup instead. And there was New Yorkers going like, "Why are we not going to celebrate 250th year?" And cops were
When did
like,
Mamdami ever say that?
actual justice warrior. Look up his
The
he
holes
has a
are big
video
enough.
about that, where he is a
Oh my God.
crime statistics lawyer, and he shows the videos of New Yorkers hearing.
I need a bigger drill
I'm
bit.
pretty sure, like, because like you say you watch like what empirical data
You
and
say
like,
you watch it.
secular. What's his name?
Secular
talk?
talk? Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
I probably watch more diverse freaking opinions. Yes, they're on the right, but they're more. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I watch Shoe on Head, who's like much more. She has common knowledge and common agreements with you about wanting social, like universal healthcare, free college. But you're gonna
Shoe on Head's
say
dead to me.
that.
What?
Yeah, that's pretty
Shoe on Head's
dumb
dead to me.
because you know she's
Do I have-
gone back to Catholicism after she had her kid.
We're talking about
That's not why.
Roland, check
No,
your
but
phone.
like you saying Sam Cedar got snubbed by her or something. Sam Cedar's a tool. He's a complete tool.
What is
He never
happening?
understood any of the stats that he said. He was reading out.
She supported
I don't have a
Elizabeth
big enough
Warren.
drill bit, so I have to make the hole bigger
over-
with the smaller drill bit.
He what?
She supported Elizabeth Warren over Bernie
Hell
Sanders.
yeah, bro. Yo,
No,
man.
she
he's
was
not
always. What do you mean? She was always Bernie Sanders supporter. She still even said that as
Those
of last
plants. Those plants are
And
gonna look
she's
sick as
ang-
fuck.
year, and she's angry.
Look at my
she's
man's
angry
plant.
she's
Bro,
angry at
look at my
Bernie
man's
Sanders for
plants.
not for like
Look at that
kowtowing to the
shit.
Democrats. Same shit you say.
Fuck
Since
yeah.
when? Like,
Oh, you put the
clip-
wood up.
What clip did you
Hell
see
yeah,
that
dude.
she
Yo.
specifically
I'm
said
so
she supported?
confused. What is
Elizabeth
going on?
Warren,
All right,
who was a laughing stock.
all right. We're gonna pause. We're gonna pause this conversation.
No,
you're
dude, don't
having.
pause your fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Don't do
Hold
dumb
on.
shit.
Rolando and I are talking. Hold on.
I have questions.
We'll,
Put them in the chat.
we'll get to Sean in a second. Sean, I love you. Just give me like
You're good.
3
No,
minutes.
like I'm so serious,
Okay.
Roman.
Yeah,
Like this is
he's
your
just
podcast.
vibing.
Do your thing. I'm just drilling holes.
Okay.
I'm just drilling
So-
holes.
So, Rolando, you are around the political sphere, obviously. Do you remember when Elizabeth Warren claimed that Bernie was that he was a sexist that said that a woman could not be president? Do you remember that happening?
I mean, first of all, base, but I don't really remember that happening. I think it might have been a joke that was said maybe because I think I probably watched Steven Crowder around that time, and
Okay,
I don't really
so-
remember it.
Okay, so a lot of left-leaning people sided with Elizabeth Warren, even though she was clearly lying about Bernie,
Okay.
trying to knock him out of the race.
How
And
did
what
you,
had happened
tell
was
me. Okay, sorry. Continue.
what had happened was it came out later through the Intercept. They got their hands on some money transactions. Biden paid her to say that, to knock Bernie out of the primary race, and then Biden became the nominee after that. And she went ahead and she went ahead has never since apologized for siding with
When
her.
did she say it? When did she say it?
She
Show
said it-
me.
I'll see if I can find the tweet. She said it on Twitter that she
She sides with
cannot.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah. Here, I'll see if I can find it
I hope
right
I
now.
can see
But like,
context because that seems completely dumb. Because she even still kind of she showed to be disappointed in him for have not for kowtowing to Democrats. And although I would say I don't know why you would believe in him,
I am
'cause,
too.
but like she seemed to have had respect for him before he did all that.
I call out Bernie on my show.
Call him
I call out
out.
Bernie on my show because I think that when it comes to the Democrats, he's a big puss.
Call him
I
out.
think he lets him slide.
Tag him in the chat.
I mean, cause I've never even. I haven't watched her for that long. I think it was probably around the 2020s whenever I started watching her because I just saw her in
Respect.
passing in other videos and stuff. But
Respect.
she makes her videos more digestible. She's much more fair. I mean, during the last video about that she's done, I've disagreed, but she makes at least her videos fun to watch, even though I have disagreements with
respect.
her. And then that's
I,
someone that's genuine that I would
I respect
listen
it.
to.
I respect it. I think another big part of this too is that to go back to what I was just trying to say earlier, because we do have to actually get into some of our topics. We've just been fucking around for the last 2 hours. The broad point before I got interrupted, and I'm not blaming Roland. That's just what happens here. But
My fault.
the point that I was making was the point that I was making was that I view that there are two sides, and one is there is a set of the anti-Trumpers who don't actually want to solve the problems that allowed him to become president. And then there are the people that still, support Trump and are gung-ho still about supporting him. And I think that both of those sides are a big part of the reason that we have the issues that we have now, because neither of the sides are able to hold the people that they like accountable. I think that's what the issue is. That's why they've been able to get away with it for so long. I mean, for God's sakes, they wanted Biden to run for a second term. Okay? For God's
the
sakes.
Democrats or the
okay?
liberals?
The liberals did.
I doubt that. I think you're talking about
Harry-
Democrats because Harry Sisson, dude, he's a
Harry
freaking
Sisson.
plant. That dude's a plant. What are you talking
I
about?
love plants.
Well, not this plant.
You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about.
That dude, that literally, he gets shut down. He's a hardcore
Oh my
Democrat,
god, I
bro.
fucking
He
love
takes
you,
money
dude.
from
That was
Democrats. He
amazing.
supports Democrats, but he's not liberal. He doesn't believe in gun rights. Liberals more than often believe in gun rights. Don't you think? Liberals mean like liberty. Wouldn't you think?
Harry Sison's gay, for sure.
Yeah. Dude,
I have to say.
and remember, he's a guy that touted about
Not that
respect
I
women
care
and
if
all that
anybody
stuff.
is. I don't give a fuck if anybody's gay. I'm just
No,
saying
but that's
he
the joke
definitely is.
that whenever he has those guys in his videos, everyone says you're bumming him, ain't you? But that dude touts feminist ideology and stuff, and he was messing around with so many chicks.
Roman, would you
fake.
work with Harry Sisson or would you debate him?
I
Work,
would definitely.
heck no.